my God, guys, I am still shaking from this episode. The Dupree family is pulling out all the stops, and I mean all the stops, to welcome the absolute royalty of Genoa City, the Abbott, and the Newman families. We are talking about a massive crossover event that has been teased for weeks, and it did not disappoint. Vernon Dupree is sweating bullets right now, and can you blame him? He is desperately trying to get Garland Memorial Hospital back on track after the absolute disaster that was the plasma ring scandal. We all know Dr. Leah Whitmore dragged that hospital's name through the mud with her black market dealings, and Vernon is using this massive glitzy fundraiser as a PR band-aid to save their legacy. And I am here for it. The stakes have literally never been higher for the Dupree family, and bringing in the Genoa City billionaires is a masterstroke of genius. But wait, it gets even crazier. This isn't just about saving the hospital's reputation. Oh, no. Martin Richardson is officially throwing his hat in the ring for the state senate. Yes, our boy Martin is stepping up, and this fundraiser is basically his unofficial campaign launch. The presence of the Abbotts and the Newmans is absolutely critical for him. He needs their deep pockets, their elite connections, and their public endorsements if he wants to win this election. I mean, can you imagine Martin navigating the shark-infested waters of politics? I am so proud of him, but at the same time, I am terrified because Fairmont Crest is just a breeding ground for scandal, and politics will only make him a bigger target. And of course, who is strutting around the ballroom like he personally paid for the crystal chandeliers? Bill Hamilton. Are we even surprised? Bill is practically glowing with pride because he is attending this massive Dupree event as Vernon's honored former son-in-law. He is playing an instrumental role in Vernon's new partnerships, and he is milking every single second of it. He is shaking hands, kissing babies, and acting like he is the absolute king of the castle. But guys, we know the truth. We know his hands have been shaking violently all week because of whatever toxic sludge Hayley has been slipping into his drinks. He is walking around like he owns the world, completely blind to the fact that his body is literally shutting down. Speaking of the devil herself, Hayley Hamilton. Let me tell you, I have never seen a woman look so miserable while surrounded by so much wealth. Hayley absolutely hates this. She despises the Duprees. She hates being dragged to their family functions. Remember how she literally lied to keep Bill away from Jacob's commendation just to avoid them? Yeah, well, she couldn't squirm her way out of this one. But here is the twisted part. While she hates the Duprees with a burning passion, she is absolutely obsessed with the obscenely rich men parading around the room. Her eyes were practically turning into dollar signs the moment the Genoa City elites walked through the doors. I need to pause and just scream for a second because Hayley's internal monologue in this episode was wild. She actually regrets choosing Bill as her mark. Can you believe her? It's not because Bill is too smart, let's be real. Bill is completely oblivious to the fact that his own wife is poisoning him. No, she regrets it because his deep, unbreakable ties to the Dupree family are making her scam impossible to execute cleanly. Every time she turns around, a Dupree is there. The Duprees are ruining her murderous gold-digging plans, and I am laughing so hard at her misery. She thought Bill would be an easy ticket to a massive inheritance, but instead, she is trapped in a web of Dupree family drama. But Hayley is nothing if not an opportunistic snake. This fundraiser is the perfect hunting ground for her. She is looking at the Genoa City billionaires and realizing that she aimed way too low with Bill. She has found a new, far more lucrative target, and she is ready to pivot. Why settle for a poisoned lawyer when you can sink your claws into an Abbott? That's right, guys. She sets her sights on the Genoa City elite, and I was screaming at my television. Stay away from him, Hayley. But does she listen? Of course not. She's already calculating how to drop Bill and upgrade her lifestyle. And then it happened. The moment that stopped my heart. In the middle of all the chaotic, high-stakes fundraiser mingling, we get a scene in a secluded hallway. And who is there? Hayley and Kyle Abbott. And they are making out passionately. I literally dropped my remote. Hayley is locking lips with Kyle in the middle of this massive event. She hasn't even finished off her current husband, and she is already test driving her next wealthy victim. The audacity of this woman is unmatched. She is playing such a dangerous game, and she doesn't even care who sees her. But wait, it gets so much better, because who happens to be walking down that exact same hallway? Dani Dupree. Yes, the absolute queen herself. Dani, who has been dealing with her BRCA gene diagnosis, who has been giving beautiful motherly advice to her daughters, who has been sharing flirty, nostalgic banter with Bill. Dani catches them red-handed. The look on Dani's face, guys, she was completely paralyzed with shock. She could not believe her eyes. She just stood there, watching Hayley completely betray Bill with a Genoa City billionaire. Dani is officially the biggest roadblock in Hayley's entire miserable life. And honestly, Dani's existence is the luckiest thing that has ever happened to Bill Hamilton. If Dani hadn't walked down that hall, Bill would be a goner for sure. Hayley would just finish poisoning him and run off with Kyle Abbott's money. But now, Dani holds all the cards. She saw the kiss. She knows Hayley is a cheating, scheming liar. But the real question is, what is she going to do about it? Is anyone else pulling their hair out wondering if she will tell Bill? Let's talk about Bill for a second. If Dani goes to him and says, hey, your wife is sucking the face off an Abbott in the hallway, will he even believe her? Bill's brain's probably foggy from the poison anyway. Plus, we all know how defensive he gets. Is he going to accuse Dani of being a jealous ex-wife? Is he going to think she is just trying to ruin his new marriage because they've been spending so much time together lately and reminiscing about their past? I swear, if Bill defends Hayley after this, I am going to throw my TV out the window. Wake up, Bill. The woman is literally killing you. Regardless of whether Bill believes Dani or not, he is on a one-way train to destruction. He is being slowly destroyed by the very woman he took vows to protect. The irony is just sickening. Hayley is literally wearing the poison serum near her chest, rejecting his physical advances, and plotting his demise while kissing another man under the same roof. Bill is running out of time, and Dani might be his only lifeline. If she speaks up, if he listens. Those are two very big ifs in the land of Fairmont Crest, and I am terrified for him. Now, we have to pivot and talk about the darkest, most twisted part of the night. Joey Armstrong. Joey was at the fundraiser, and you just know he wasn't there to donate to the hospital. Oh no. Joey is feeling the heat. Jacob Hawthorne is breathing down his neck, fully convinced Joey is the ringleader of the black market plasma ring. Jacob is suffering from severe PTSD. He is obsessed with catching the impaler, and Joey needs him distracted. So what does this absolute psychopath do? He plans a disaster. Joey orchestrates a literal catastrophe. He arranges for the massive crystal chandelier in the ballroom to fall during the event. Are you kidding me? He wants to cause mass panic, injuries, maybe even casualties, just to keep the police force and specifically Jacob busy so they forget about the plasma ring and the impaler. The sheer evil of this man. He is willing to crush half of Genoa City and Fairmont Crest just to save his own skin. I was gripping the edge of my seat, screaming at the screen. But here is the twist of the century. The chandelier snaps. It is hurtling toward the floor, straight for Kyle Abbott. And who happens to be right there in the middle of her gold-digging seduction? Hayley. In a moment of pure chaotic reflex, Hayley pushes Kyle out of the way. She saves his life. I could not stop laughing. Hayley Hamilton, the woman who is literally poisoning her husband, accidentally becomes a hero? She shoves Kyle out of the way of falling glass and metal, completely changing the trajectory of the night. By shoving Kyle out of the way, Hayley completely ruins Joey's sinister plan. The chandelier crashes, but the catastrophic distraction Joey wanted is totally botched because the high-profile target survives! Joey must be seething in the shadows. He tried to create a bloodbath to distract Jacob, and Hayley, of all people, the scammer herself, thwarts it. The poetic justice of a villain accidentally ruining another villain's plan is exactly why I watch this show. You cannot write this stuff. It is pure soap opera gold. Can we just imagine the aftermath of this? Kyle is going to think Hayley is his absolute guardian angel. He is going to be so grateful to her, which is only going to make her gold-digging scam 10 times easier. She just saved a billionaire's life. He owes her. Meanwhile, Dani saw the kiss right before the crash. Is the shock of the falling chandelier going to make Dani forget to tell Bill? Or will the near-death experience push her to expose Hayley immediately before someone actually gets killed? And what about Jacob? Jacob is already spiraling into madness with his survivor's guilt over Derek Baldwin. When he finds out a chandelier almost crushed the Genoa City elites, his PTSD is going to flare up big time. He is going to know this wasn't an accident. He is going to know the impaler or the plasma ring is behind it. Joey wanted to distract Jacob, but I think he just poked the absolute bear. Jacob is going to go rogue, and Naomi is going to lose her mind trying to keep him sane. I am so overwhelmed. This episode gave us everything. Romance, betrayal, political campaigns, Genoa City royalty, a cheating scandal, and a literal falling chandelier. I need to know what you guys think. Is Bill going to survive this week? Is Dani going to spill the tea? And what is Kyle Abbott going to do now that Hayley saved his life? Let me know in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next video because this drama is never ending.